it though, we got him. It was a pretty good plan. Could say it was the greatest.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now these treasures are worth quite a lot of money, so we gotta make sure... Quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of money.
And you gotta help us.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker.
Upside down, repeat, upside down.
Alright, here I come.
Boom! Headshot!
Where's the ball you hit, bigot?
Are ya ready, kids?
No! God!
Cheese.
Bruh.
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
You ever wonder why there's a bank out here? Well... Oh, that makes sense.
Bombs?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I don't need it. Fire! I don't need it.
Bruh.
Definitely don't need it.
Come on now, brothers.
I need it!
Uh-oh, I gotta fall back.
Now get strapped in, we're about to blast off.
Alright, I got a plan. We gotta shoot out these support beams. All units fall back. We're going in for the big play.
Now these treasures are worth quite
Hey
a lot
guys,
of
come
money,
check this
so
out!
we gotta
Someone's streaming TV out here!
Quite a lot of money. Quite a lot of money.
Bruh.
Think this is funny?
When the imposter is us.
I am lonely.
Help me! Me! No, 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 no.
Oh, hey, you see that record sign? Where it says record?
No.
That'd probably be a good place to look, right?
Are you sure about that?
Let me just, help you get across that gap.
Huh?
Yeah, boy.
Let's go.
Alright, here I come. Da, 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 da.
Hey, I've been looking at the numbers here. What do you think? Ah, yes. Let me have a look.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Go, I'll hold him off.
Bruh.
You think they're alright? Pretty big fall. I'm sure Henry had a plan.
Psych!
Well, that's one way to do it. Now, how are we gonna get all this money out of here?
One eternity later.
Man, this is gonna take forever.
Yes, go ahead.
Hammer time!
You stupid.
Guys, Henry's escaped.
He's on his way towards the main cabin now, coming from Wing 7.
There he is.
Oh, yes! Oh.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Stop!
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now, all in favor of more donuts.
Oh, shit!
Come on, Lee.
Shit!
Get him. Take that!
Is that the bag the defendant hid in?
Yes, but there's one thing that's been bothering me. If the defendant really was hiding in this bag, then how did he tie the knot from the inside of the bag?
The fuck?
If he was in the outside of the bag, it'd be impossible for him to tie that knot on the inside.
But then, how did he do it?
I don't know.
How could you not know that?
I find the defendant, Henry Stickmin.
Shut the fuck up! Amogus.
2,000 years later.
Thank you again for rescuing me from... Now!
Skip it up and down up.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8.38.
Hi.
10 Mac 10 to 6 never ends.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
This gadget will launch a cluster of bombs through the door.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom. Pow.
Probably nothing. Come on now, brothers. My life for
Hey, Henry! It's me! Yeah, I'm undercover. Yeah, I'm here to break you out.
Bruh.
What? I got the perfect plan.
Helicopter, helicopter. Paracofer.
Is Grigori. Yeah, you know new one, Henry? Henry?
It's dead. Why?
Henry.
Dead. I don't know.
Put him with others. Okay.
I like your cut, G.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, last night.
Hey bro, watch your dick. Watch your dick, bro. Watch your dick.
Say what? It's out of sight.
Nobody asked.
I believe I can fly. Nope.